Andy, Flamingo Star, Rocks Dirty. Here's Charlie Boy and General Ife, and Doomben is bursting through in the middle. He's a great go. Doomben, General Ife and Charlie Boy, they come to the line, and Doomben will win the 10,000 from either General Ife or...
It is Doomben 10,000 day. That was Doomben winning the 2015 Doomben 10,000. Plenty going on this weekend. We're here for Pro Group Racing. Daggy and Beaver with you. Presenting show us your tips. We're going to find plenty of winners all around Australia. Black type racing in 4 states. We've got Magic Round up north as well. Plenty going on. Beaver, how are you?
Beautiful, mates. Pumped and ready to go. More winners in store, mate. We're flying at the moment, and let's hope we can keep it going tomorrow.
Yeah, only a couple of trap races probably prevented us having a real big day on Wednesday, but you always live and learn in this game. So we'll move on to look up north. We'll start. So today we're going to look at...
I think we did okay, mate. I think we did okay on Wednesday. Sorry, mate.
No, we did in front.
Pretty good. Scandinavia, I think, was that my value, $10?
It was, yeah. So that was good. And even in the... Well, Kiranui was very impressive. And I found a Quinella there for perennial. So that was a nice result as well.
Asaman I also found in Sydney there. So some good winners.
Yeah, so productive day. It's been a productive week, and hopefully we can tick it over. We're going to head north up to you.
Let's do it.
Your favourite stomping grounds first. So we're going to do the Doomben 10,000 program and then the Goodwood program in Adelaide. There's also we'll have a quick look at the Andrew Ramsden Day at Flemington and the transferred Scone meeting. Plenty of listed races at Rose Hill. That's a tricky looking card, but we'll kick off at Doomben, where I believe it's currently soft, in the soft range. Decent weather about. It is will be good, I think, by the time we get to race time. Last time it was a similar sort of setup. It was 23rd of January. There was a couple that came off the rails to win, but pretty much all the winners ran on that day. So hoping for a fairish track. Have you seen it the same way?
Yeah, pretty much the same way, mate. Hoping a fair track, and hopefully it'll dry out a little bit more before race day.
We'll kick off with the Class 6, 1,100 metres to start the day. A couple of key scratchings at the top of the market there. The move off its dominant Warwick Farm win now with Varda coming out. Are you keen to play there, or are you looking elsewhere?
No, I am keen to play here on the move. It's a horse that I do like and do follow. I think I tipped it last start when it won in the midweek at Warwick Farm. No reason to get off now. Brought to Sydney to get that win under its belt after 2 okay runs. The first 2 runs this prep. I think everything again sets up well here. It's drawn the inside gate. Should get the run of the race and should be too good for these.
Yep, not much more to add. I thought Varda, if it was in the race, was a live chance, and now it's out. We're going with a little bit of Glenn Boss to start the day in his first couple, I think. So the second, the mile handicap, a listed race, where I am going to go with the winner, which is Fabric, who doesn't mind winning, over the likes of Reloaded, who's only one race, which was its first one. And there's not much else here. I think Louvois will run well off the Hawkesbury, but I think Fabric will win this. I think this was a nice win last time. Wants to win and will.
Yeah, I think it's come up well this prep after a nice return. Really hit the line well, I thought, through the line last start, chased hard, and interestingly has taken it up to Brisbane. So I suspect that's the plan all along and should be getting the truckies here.
Yeah, it might end up in something like the end of Carnival, the Glass House, or the other thing they have at the end of Carnival for the mares. Race number 3 is a 3-year-old plate over 1350. AIM comes out scratched today. Where do you want to start off here?
Yeah, look, I think we're going to be going for the third favourite here in Love Tap. Really good horse with a lot of potential. Very impressive last preparation. Finished 4th in its last effort in the Group 1 Spring Champion and wasn't that far off them. Should be fresh enough for a good tilt here. 1350 should suit. Hard to beat.
Yeah, I agree. The only knock I've got is I might have wanted to see more from the trial, but it was fine. Nash booked. I think it's the best horse in the race. It's and it's not a strong field, really.
It's not a strong field, and the thing is, Incredulous Dream, which looks to be the main danger, has drawn awkwardly in 13 and Hollyfield in 12. So Love Tap in the 7, sort of with the luck in running, should probably get all the advantages.
And even over 13.50, it can posse up well and truly close enough in this field. If Nash is good, I'm with sort of Team Freeman and Nash for a few of these. And I'm with you here as well. Best horse in race. Don't need to think too much more. Race 4, 2,400 metre JRA handicap, which is where I'm going to go with the top weight in Hangman. I'm saying that's coming through the better form easily. A lot of these go round and round against each other. So looking for DF through the Persan form, which is strong enough. And then basically cross the line of Zaki, who obviously bolted in last week. So not given much of a chance. Hopefully from gate 4, posies up closer. It should have a bit of I think it's got a gap on this field, to be honest. And a good bet for me. Anything to add there?
Yeah, look, I think you're right. I think the way you've assessed it here is pretty good. Look, 350, I'm quite surprised it's such good value, given the recent form and the form lines it does have. It's not, it's top weight with 59.5, but some of these are still sort of carrying, sort of look at the minimum around seat of power around 54. Doesn't look to be badly weighted either. Drawn 4 should get the right run. Second favourite, Warning. Well, you just don't know where Warning's at. It's third up. They'd want to be peaking here, but hasn't done much in a long time. And So You Win. 2 decent runs this prep, but not against the opposition that Hangman's been against. So if Zaki, as you said, was in this race, you'd want to be on, and it'd probably be $1.50. So Hangman for me as well. Really like the first half of this card.
Yeah. Would you take the price now, or you think that'll hold up?
I don't think it's going to hold up.
No.
I can't see how it holds up. I would have thought it's probably going to get into $3.
Yeah.
If not shorter.
No, I like this front half as well. I'm with you here as well. The Spirit of Boom Classic over 1,200 metres, the Group 2 for the 2-year-olds. I was giving Giannis a bit of a spruik off the trial at midweek, but I'm actually going I'm going to go with the better trial again. Let me just check here. The value is still holding up. Tiger Malay is coming through A-grade stuff here. For the trial was great. It brained him in a tick over trial to come up here. Nash goes on here for, I think Kathy's been riding it. Hugh Bowman last start. Happy for it to posse up here, and it'll be very hard to beat. In again, another race which has a longish tail, I think.
Yeah, look, I think this is a really open race, to be honest. I think there's plenty of chances, and it's really hard to line up the various form lines here. So a lot of these horses have had wins or placings in their last few starts, even when you get down to the 100 to 1 shot, Manazi. But look, I've gone for See You in Spring from the Bussett and Young stable. 2 starts, 2 wins. Really interested that they have brought it to Brizzy. So he's obviously thought it had some ability, has shown that in its first 2 starts, and then the trip up to Brizzy is a good pointer for me. So I'm expecting See You in Spring to run really well. As you pointed out, Tiger Malay has really strong form lines for a race like this, drawn a little bit wide, so the speed's going to be interesting there. And then Mautai won really well first start, and don't know much about the trainer in Casey Fogden. Maybe a knockout chance.
Miss Hipster's a nice horse too that I might have a saver on it, given none the back end of last prep, but all the mounting yard judges tell me it's a very, very good style of horse and was an impressive return there. So so open market, a lot of chances. Tiger of Malay for you, and See You in Spring for me. Yep. The Rough Habit Plate over 2,000 metres kicks off our quaddie. Clash of the 3-year-olds here. We see Quay still going for our man Trent, still plugging around. I guess the key lead up here is the Senior Toba race. How are you looking at the race? Yeah, that is the lead up race, and that is the form lines that I am going to go with. I thought Senior Toba was very good last start. Took care of High Supremacy, and I find it hard to see High Supremacy turning the tables on that effort. Trent's horse I just can't have, and I just think that the Sydney form is just better than this, and therefore that's the way I'm leaning. I'm going to reverse the result. See, High Supremacy started $3 compared to 50s in the lead up. Senior Toba had the rails in run. That was a hot rails day at Randwick. And I think posing up in front of it, High Supremacy with Nash going on as well will be very hard to beat. I know Senior Toba did produce some good figures out of that, so maybe it's just a horse that's been waiting to get to 2,000, so obviously a little bit scared. And I think Kukaracha's third pick, it was pretty good chasing Private Eye up there as well. Simple enough race. I mean, I think the 2 Sydney horses, and I'm happy to take on Quay once more. I don't know why it's not in a spelling paddock yet, but anyway.
Yeah, always hard to line up when Waller's got 5 in it.
Yeah, that's true. It's like another midweek meeting for us. Doomben 10,000, the feature race of the day over the 1,200 metres. Eduardo short price favourite. Is that the way you're looking?
Yeah, I do like Eduardo. I thought it had beat Nature Strip last start, but got a bath. There's no Nature Strip in this, and Mars Crusader. So I think it probably gets the lead a little bit easier or on the pace than having Nature Strip chase it, and freshened up. I think that's probably about the right price at even money. And yeah, I don't think there's a lot of quality chasers, and some of these horses don't have a lot of form around them. Royal Ruler's been good so far this preparation. So won and beat a good field last start. Trekking was most disappointing first up, but I didn't like it first up. So it would have to really turn around its form, and it's been a while since Trekking's won, to be honest.
It was very ordinary first up. That was a pretty average race.
Yeah, it was a pretty average race, and it should have been beating them. So it'd have to improve remarkably to get past Eduardo, I would have thought. So Eduardo for me.
Yeah, nothing more to add. It 3 starts back, it beat Nature Strip, and pretty dominantly. Sorry, it was the nose thing. Then it was dominant the week winning the Galaxy, and then it went to the TJ. And the only knock people have on Eduardo is it doesn't quite run 1,200, but finishing 2 lengths off Masked Crusader and Nature Strip over 1,200 win this race. Gets lead.
Yeah, 100%.
I don't know, unless Wild Ruler goes crazy, it's going to lead this field. It's going to do what it wants, and it's going to kick away at the top of the bend. Any moisture around is not an issue. I think it just has panel on this field. It's the better the day across Australia for me, actually, Eduardo. Pretty keen.
Yeah, 100%. Me too.
The Bright Shadow is the 1,200 metres for the girls. Less keen here. It's another wide open field. Are you throwing a few out here, or how are you looking at this race?
Yeah, I've got 2 or 3 here to have a look at. Pretty open affair. I did think, look, it's hard to get a gauge on a Theory's first up run. I didn't think it had much luck at all in running.
Just forget about it.
And I just think you have to forget about it. Prior to that, its last preparation was outstanding. They brought it to Brisbane. It is a good horse. It's probably the best horse in this race and drawn in the 4. If it gets any luck in running, I think a Theory is going to be right in the finish. A couple of knockout chances. One of my horses that I do like, and if it was drawn better, I'd feel a lot better. Socialising around the $15 mark.
I was going to ask about that. Yeah, how do you line her up with these sort of Sydney girls?
Yeah, look, I think it's got a super powerful finish, but gate 19 is a real concern. It's going to have to go back, and therefore it's going to have to produce some pretty hot sectionals. So it's going to need a little bit of pace on, and yeah, it's just going to have to unleash that launching finish. But I'm happy to play each way on Socialising as a chop out.
Yep.
And obviously a horse like Fiesta, who always shows up in races like this. It's not the top weight for no reason. Solid enough in the market, getting now to where it needs to produce something. This preparation, probably back slightly in class, and certainly another good chance in a race like this.
I liked Intrepidatious' return at Caulfield. It'll run well here again. It's a big field, so Stephanie Thornton does have a job to do to get across and lead this. If it does find lead, will run well. Everything you said about a Theory is correct. I think the other 2 at a price, you mentioned Fiesta. Blazing Mist is the other one you can forgive from Hawkesbury and will run well here. at double figures as well. I think we've probably covered the chances like we did last week. I'll probably might look to box up the 5 or 6 of them and see if we get a result in a trifecta there.
There we go. A Theory, Intrepidatious, Fiesta, Blazing Mission, Socializing as a box trifecta in any order.
There we go. Let's wrap up the day. Benchmark 85. Don't know if it gets a lot easier. And in fact, Superium's in this race, so I'll let you talk about it, and I'm just going to look on.
I'm just going to wind you up. I'm actually going to tip Superior against my better judgment. I think that the first 2 runs this prep have been pretty good, and I really like the way it chased last start down in Melbourne, and now they've taken it up to Brisbane. And it was beaten by a pretty good horse at Caulfield last start in Open-Minded, where it was suited on pace, and it actually finished off the race against probably a little bit of the way the track had been playing. And similarly, the start before that at Caulfield. So Caulfield's probably been aligned to horses on pace the last 2 starts, and it's managed to run really well in both of those. Gate 14, it is going to go back, but I think Superior does its best racing when it is produced with that last piece of powerful finish. So I'm hoping by this time of the day they're going to be coming down the middle of the track. The favourite Axe will probably lead, and hopefully there'll be some more pace in the race. And for that reason, I'm going to go Superior.
Yeah, a little bit of pace outside of Axe. Dr. Why Not led last time with the Apprentice, and Constant Flight will probably go forward. So I'm hoping there's enough pace as well, but I'm barring myself from talking about the horse. Let's talk for Progress Racing. Talk about your best and value.
You're not having a tip?
I like what you said, Grant.
Okay.
Should we do a quaddie? Are we doing quaddie at Doomben?
We can do a quaddie.
Let's have a look. Do you want me to drive this one, or do you want to?
You drive it.
Be the home ground. Leg 1, I'm going to 4 Kukaracha, 7 High Supremacy, 8 Senior Toba.
Yep.
Second leg, I'm going to go Eduardo. Is there anything else I want to put in for a knockout?
No.
Maybe Trek.
Let's go Skinny and...
Yeah, skinny that up. 1 Fiesta, 3 Theory, 6 Blazing Miss, 8 Socializing, 10 Intrepidatious.
Yep.
And home with 3 Crystal Breeze winning the provincial champs, 7 Cigalis, 10 Superium, 11 Axe. Happy with that?
Happy with that.
Very good. For Progress Racing, your best and value on Doomben 10,000 day.
Yeah, so my best bet, as you alluded to, probably one of the better bets of the day around the traps is Eduardo in race 7. And probably my value bet, I'm going to go in race 8, number 8, Socializing, at the $15 mark.
I'll make my best is Eduardo, as I've said, and my value will be Tiger Malay around the $6 or $7 mark there. Got to remind everyone to check out progressracing.com.au. They've got their free tips, extensive guides, plenty of news, interviews, stories up there. They've also got the mailing list up, so you can sign up there and they'll send out stuff as it happens. You'll be notified when our shows go up. You can also subscribe on YouTube, Spotify, TuneIn Radio, iTunes, anywhere good podcasts are found. You'll also find this one. We'll head to Morphetville. The other Group 1 race of the day is the Goodwood, where they are racing, where are we here? On a soft track, rail +4 from the 1800 to the winning post, working just worse than dead. I'm suggesting it probably puts swoopers in play again. As we kick off the day down there with a benchmark 80 over 2,000 metres, is a race you would possibly have any interest in, Grant?
Not really.
No, okay. Fair enough.
What do you got?
I thought Canford can probably run well again. It's been going pretty well this prep, but might be cooking the kids breakfast at this time. It's a late breakfast apparently in my house. Race 2 is the 1,200 metre David Cole's AM Stakes for the 2-year-olds. Anything here?
Yeah, I like the top weight here.
Yep.
Caracassu. Is that how you say it?
Yes.
Caracassu.
Yeah.
Caracassu. Yeah, I thought it was pretty good last start. Really liked the way it hit the line. I think it gets out into the running line here and should be finishing over the top of them. in a pretty average affair.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's a nice enough horse and should be good enough. A track will suit here for him to run on and win this. Not much more to add. The 1050 meter handicap benchmark 72 is race number 3. It doesn't get much easier for some of these races here. I'm going to go with the lightly raced Maddox to lead throughout and kick away like it did last start. It was pretty impressive. Didn't beat much, but I think can springboard here and have a similar sort of run here and be very hard to beat with Dan Stackhouse going on. What do you think of the race?
Yeah, I thought the same as you, down in the weights. So it's got an advantage there, probably goes to the front from gate 2. And I just think it'll lead all the way just like you and be super hard to beat. Love the way it won its last start. So any improvement out of that. And yeah, Maddox for me, good value.
The TAB proud mistakes over the 1,200 metres for the 3-year-old girls. We see a few coming back off the Group 1 a couple of weeks back. Rubisaki, Brooklyn Hustle, and Paul's Regret, most notably. How'd you line those 3 up? Are you playing one of those 3?
Oh, look, it's a small field now with the 3 scratchings. So there's only, I think, 7 in it now. I think that helps the 2 favourites, Rubisaki and Brooklyn Hustle. Probably not a lot between these. Brooklyn Hustle likes to get back in its races. So it's going to be the one that's going to, and Rubisaki likes to finish off as well. So look, Brooklyn Hustle's probably going to come from behind Rubisaki if it can pick it up.
With the scratchings, Rubisaki's now gate 1 and Hustle's now gate 2, which is interesting.
I'm just wondering about the pace in the race and where that's going to come from.
I think probably Wild Vixen ends up leading. There's not a lot else here.
Yeah.
Hummer will probably
Wild Vixen probably lead. You're probably right. But not sure how fast they're going to have to go. And that for that reason, I'm just not quite. I'm a little bit worried about the pace in the race for Brooklyn Hustle to finish over the top and get past Rubisaki. So I think Rubisaki might just have the advantage with the pace in the race and just getting ahead, and Brooklyn Hustle having to come over the top of it.
Yeah, I was. The other key change is Jamie Carr going on Brooklyn Hustle, and I was hoping possibly can get a little bit forward. They're probably going to be next to each other in the run. It's probably going to be luck in running, slow pace. Maybe suits Brooklyn better because she just gets dragged out a little bit in those really quick pace races. So the Jamie Carr factor for me just had me lean towards Brooklyn, but there's nothing between them. Rubisaki was very much out of form for a while, but looked to have bounced back a little bit last time. Interesting race. Whether I can end up betting it all, we'll see how the market maps out there. The 2,500 Phillies Classic for the 3-year-old girls. How about this for a gala? Do you have any thoughts here?
Yeah, I'm going to go Mimi's Award.
Okay, yeah.
I think I'm just looking for the horse here that's a bit fresher in its campaign. Won brilliantly last start. Put 6 or 7 on him. Drawn a little bit wide here, so we'll need to get across and get some cover. It's again probably gets the jump on Flexible. Flexible's going to have to give it a bit of a start. I think Flexible's potentially coming to the end of its campaign. It's been up for a while. Mimi's Award is a little bit fresher, and for that reason, I'm going for Mimi's Award to beat most of these.
Interesting that Mimi's has skipped the Oaks to come here, so potentially probably suggests that's a target more so than the others. I like the way Flexible did hit the line eventually in the 2,000 meters. So obviously hard to beat. And the one off the 7-day backup coming out of the 2,500 meter run is She Brings It, finishing 4th in the Derby. I know it was 6 lengths away, but we're talking about Explosive Jack, who's probably going to start in the market in the Caulfield Cup in a few months' time. I think can run well here at the double figures. So I like your find of Mimi's actually. But apart from that, Flexible, Checkerboard, the 2 seasoned ones, not really saying much there. Yeah, but I thought the overs was She Brings It on the quick backup. Race number 6 is over the 2014 is the Centura Stakes for the girls as well. In good health in this race. I'm not going to talk about how it goes Luke Nolan to Ollie. I'm not going to talk about how last time it was at 2,000 metres, it was length off in Order of the Garter. And I'm not going to talk about how it was outside lead last start. And even though it looked like it dropped out, actually was quite holding its place through the line. So I thought 2,000 will suit because it's another one that I'm not going to talk about, Grant. So what do you want to talk about?
I'll tip In Good Health for those reasons that you just said.
Okay.
And I think Cherry Right for Tomorrow, 4th up this campaign, 2,000, fairly weak affair. Oliver aboard, In Good Health for me.
Very good. That's a good find there, Grant. I like it. Race number 7 over the mile is the R.E. Lee Stakes. Did you find anything here? Because I need help.
Yeah, I really struggled with this race. If I was forced to have a pick, I'd go for Dr. Drill with the service of car aboard. Thought the first up run was okay when resuming over the more unsuitable 1,400. Gets out to a better distance now. Drawn well enough. Dr. Drill for me if I'm having a play.
If I have to, obviously Vacillator's coming off the win, but I think Morvada just had to chase from it's a bit of a controlling horse. Morvada didn't get that last time, had to chase Groundswell a lot of the way and was okay chasing. I think here gets close to lead. Gate 1 may be the concern, but if it gets through and leads this, we might give it an odds around the $7 mark, but I'm not that keen on the rest of the race. The Group 1 at Goodwood over the 1,200 is the other feature race of the day, or Group 1 race of the day, I should say. We see the return of some good horses in Behemoth and Gytrash. Dirty Work freshened up for this. Instant Celebrity off the win in the lead up. What have you made of this field?
Yeah, cracking race. Really like it. Not as many runners as a standard Goodwood.
Usually it's the big handicap.
Certainly, yeah, usually it's a big handicap with about 20 in the field. But this field, the top 5 horses in this are really, really good, or five or six horses. Gytrash, we know how good Gytrash is, flies in Adelaide, will be ready to go for this. Behemoth, again, quality horse, resuming here after a bit of a break, and Instant Celebrity was very good last start. And Bo Rossa, you can't forget Bo Rossa, that was outstanding when last started, just sat in the running line there and just exploded past them. So it's improving with every race. Look, I've gone for Gytrash. Just on the basis that it just goes so well fresh and in Adelaide, and we know the quality of some of the horses that's beat under those circumstances. Behemoth as well will be super hard to beat. Again, probably going to have to get past Gytrash, and just slightly ahead of Barossa and Instant Celebrity.
Yeah, I'm with Gytrash. First up last. Interesting, Gytrash, I don't know if it's had a setback, but just skipped the whole Sydney Carnival. So I assume this is a target. First up last Nature Strip, pretty convincingly. Third in Everest, which was not 3 lengths off Classique Legend, and then beat Horbury on her. So that's all good enough form for this. I think it's another good thing just about here in Group 1. And like we said about Behemoth, Dirty Work 1,100 back on a dry would have been interested in, but maybe not here. And I think that's about it from what I want to say. Race number 9 is a 1,200 metre handicap as well. I don't know if I want to say much about this race either. Do you have anything you want to talk about here?
Not a lot, mate. Yeah, pretty hard for me. I'd probably just go for some bit of value in this. I'm looking at a horse like Munster, resuming, not running, hasn't gone to Magic Round in Brisbane, so obviously been saved for this run here. So yeah, look, I'll go for Munster, resuming here from the Hickmont stable. Had some decent form in its 3 runs since coming to Australia, then sent for a spell. Knockout chance fresh.
I was, probably if I had to, I'm thinking along the same lines. And good luck to all those super coaches without Munster this week as he goes around here.
Yeah.
Do you have a best in value at Morphetville?
Yeah, my best comes up in race 2, number 1, Caracasoo.
Caracazoo. Yeah. Good work, Queenie.
Caracazoo.
Yep.
And race 5, number 4, Mimi's Award is my value.
Very good. I'm going to make my best Gytra. I think it'll run well, and she brings it in the will be my value there.
No worries.
All right, we head around the quick.
Quaddie? We're doing the quaddie?
Yeah, we'll do a quaddie. Do you want to drive this one?
I'll do this one.
Yep.
First leg, I'm going 1, 3, 4, and 16.
Yeah, that's fine. Yep.
In the second leg, I'm going 1, 2, 3, and 6.
2, 3, 6. Throw Lord Vladivostok in outside lead last start, number 8 as well. Would be
cool.
The only one to add there. Yeah.
In the Goodwood, I'm going 1, 2, and 8.
Beautiful.
And to finish the day, which is a tough affair, I'm going 4, 7, 8, 10, and 13.
Very good. All right. Happy to go with you with that. And we will now have a quick look at, do you want to go Sydney or Flemington first for
We'll have a quick look at Rosehill. What do you got there, mate?
Yeah, tricky card, the transferred meeting. I had, obviously, I think Lost and Running will win. Not that I'm saying much there in that race. I thought a few over the odds, not necessarily that I want to have on top, but I think currently over the odds, which is my way of tipping without actually tipping. Race 4, number 10, Najma will run well, about $10. Race 5, Supremo, around the $21 mark, will run well. That's a good race. Race 7, California Zimbal, around the $11 mark. And race 9, Vitesse, could give a side about $16 in the last. What do you like throughout the day there?
Mate, I've gone, I think race 4, number 4, Molly Coddle.
Yeah, very nice.
First up, I tipped it there. And I'm going to back up again around $7. Race 5, number 2, Exoburn. Thought it was really good last start. Chased hard, really good win. My best bet of the day in Rosehill comes up in race 7, number 13, Fatus. That's what I had. That was sort of my 3 picks of the day from Rosehill.
Yeah, cool. And Flemington is the Andrew Ramsden meeting for the ticket into the Melbourne Cup. Do you have any you want to throw out here?
Yeah, I had a couple there that I did want to throw out. Just give me 1 second. I think race 4, number 8, Don't Doubt Dory. I thought that was very good last start. Could be hard to beat up to a more suitable distance. Race 6, number 6, Realm of Flowers. I think it gets its chance to win on Saturday. And then my last bet of the day there came up in race 7, number 2, Altai Ranger. I think it'll be hard to beat as well.
Yeah, cool. The Andrew Ramsden. So Realm of Flowers just was probably not in the best part of the track and shuffled back at the wrong time in the Sydney Cup. I think will run well. Like you've said, I think that form line's the right one. Star of Eden in race 2 will run well, and race 5, Cordelia, who just missed nabbing Altai Ranger last start, will run well as well. So hopefully we've found a winner or two throughout the day for progroupracing.com.au. Anything you want to finish on, Beaver? Nothing at Kembla or
no, mate. That's it. No, thank you. That's it for me, mate. Enough tips there, enough winners there, enough cash to collect. Good day. Hopefully the weather's good and we get some nice tracks.
Great job, mate. We'll see. Good luck tomorrow, punters, and we'll see everyone Tuesday night for our midweek preview. Catch you then.